Hello, all you coin collectors out there, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to take a look at the secrets of the British 2 shilling coin, or the British Florin. And here's a couple of them from 1966, essentially the next to last year of their production in the United Kingdom. Now, these coins were made from 1849 until 1970. Of course, in 1849, they had Queen Victoria on them. And in 1970, those were only proof coins that were made. But let's take a look at them. And they had a few changes to them. And we'll start with the front of this one. So these are both 1966. It says, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen. And then we see this is the Mary Gillick portrait, or the young laureate, because she has kind of the laurel hairband here, and then the ribbons coming out of the back of the hair. And Mary Gillick did a fine job on this design, and it just has held up. We're talking about a coin that at this point is 52 years old and still looks great. We have a beaded outer rim here, and you can see that it has a reeded edge. This is a copper nickel coin. So initially, when these coins first came out, they were silver. They were 92.5% silver until 1919. And then from 1920 until 1946, they were 50% silver. And in 1947, they came out with this kind of the last version, and that was a cupro nickel, or a copper nickel coin. If we look at the back of this coin, well, first of all, one of the things you see is, why do I have it kind of sitting like this? This is weird. I got the date at the bottom, but then it says 2 shillings up here. And how do you, what's the top of this? Is the top like this, where it has 2 shillings on the bottom, then the date goes that way? Is the top like this, where it says Fid Def at the bottom, the date goes this way? So these coins are impossible to kind of figure out where the top and the bottom is. Now, what some people do for the top and the bottom is they say, okay, let's put the queen face up, so we know this is the top and bottom of the front, and then just let's flip it over. And if we flip it over, we see it looks like this on the bottom. So with the date going kind of at an angle there, not quite 9 o'clock, but not. So, all right, so let's leave it like that then. And so when we look at this coin, we put it like this. I'm going to put the date down, but we know now that if we flip it over, it won't be up. This coin in 1947 was changed to incorporate the different countries in the United Kingdom. So we have up here at the top, this is actually a leek, or an onion-like plant, which is a symbol of Wales. These over here on each side are thistles, or the Scottish thistle. We go to the next one down on each side, and guess what that is? Well, that's the Irish shamrock, or Northern Ireland. And then, of course, the leek again, the thistle, shamrock, shamrock, thistle, thistle, leek, going all the way around. It says 2 shillings in words. It says Fid Def here, or Defender of the Faith, in 1966. And again, we have a beaded inner rim on this. This coin was made from 1849 until 1970, but it actually stayed in circulation until 1993. It was an experiment when it came out in 1849 in decimalization. And that's interesting because it was decimalization that gave it the boot. So in 1849, they set this coin up. 2 shillings was worth 24 pence, or 1/10 of a British pound. And the decimalization experiment just never went anywhere. They always kept the British pound at 240 pence until 1971. And they always kept the 2 shillings, or sometimes it's called the 1 florin coin. Now, the florin, Florin, is how it's spelled. And in fact, in Australia, the 2 shillings coin is called the florin coin. So I'm not sure why it's called the florin, but I can just tell you that it's kind of interchangeable. The 1 florin, or the florin, and the 2 shillings are the same, and they're both worth 1/10 of a British pound, which is the same thing that the new British 10 pence or 10-penny coins are worth. All right, that's all we have today from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Hope you enjoyed the Florin 2-shilling video. If you did, please leave a comment in the comments section, and we'd love to have you subscribe to our channel if you're interested in British, international, and US coins.